Hi Virgo, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for September 2022. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in September and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Virgo, now on to your... Oh, and happy birthday to the Virgos out there. I wish you a very blessed and happy solar return. So all that being said, Virgo, now on to your September 2022 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Virgo, is the Star. And this has come up a few times for some of the other signs, and you're getting it here too. And this is spiritual blessings, an answered wish or an answered prayer. The spirit guides around you, the angels, the divine source, the universe, the angelic realms, something somewhere is giving you some sort of spiritual blessing. You're going to have like almost like a renewed sense of self in September. You're going to be inspired to make new beginnings and new starts. It could be in love relationships. It could be in your career. It could be in your friendship circles, or it could even be about your own self. You may also feel that you need to get situated into new surroundings. You could be starting school, so it could be a new classroom or a new school, or you could have moved or will be moving. It could be a new job you're starting, or getting, maybe at your job they're moving you from one department to another, and so you're in another area. But getting used to and adjusting to new surroundings comes up here for Virgos. You may want to start keeping a journal, keeping a record of things. Journaling, putting things down on paper, and also keeping a record of things in writing is either you're going to want to do or you're going to feel inspired to do. Some of you may be required to do it by your job or school or whatever. I feel like Virgos are really kind of like rebuilding their life in a new way. You also may feel very inspired, like, I want to make more of a difference in the world. So you may feel very drawn to causes, to donate to animal shelters, your time or your money, or to get involved in, things, whatever causes you believe in. Maybe it's political causes. Maybe you have, or it's could be for foundations, nonprofit organizations, foundations. You may be feeling very inspired to want to help make a difference through the causes that you believe in, either by donating money, your time, your energy, or both. You may also feel very driven to want to spend more time out in nature. You could be driven towards hiking, or even if you have like any motorcycles or off-road vehicles that you want to drive through the wilderness, or hiking, camping, taking vacations outside, like at lakes or at the beach or things of that nature. I feel you're really going to be driven and inspired to spend time out in nature. And if there was something that was lost, I feel that you find it. Could be some valuable information, a piece of paper, a document. It could also be a valuable item. I feel you'll have luck with finding it. Now, the next card you have in your reading, Virgo, for September is the Seven of Cups, and this is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. It could be careful of the illusions, like, there could be a lot of illusions going on. This card could symbolize a lot on your plate, having a lot on your plate. This could also indicate a dream could be coming true for you in some way. Some of you, if you're going back to school, especially if you're in college, or even if you're already working and it's in your career, you could be really thinking about changing your major. You may want to change your course of study. If you are already in a career, you may feel like, is this the right career for me? I want to change my direction. So some of you may feel like you want to change your classes, your major, or your career, or some kind of direction you're going in. You may also feel like you need to build something with a stronger foundation from the ground up. You may feel like there's something in your life that doesn't have a strong foundation. And if you are in a job or career or pursuing one through learning that you feel in the future is not going to provide you a strong foundation, may be inspiring you to change it. Some of you may also have worked in a field of endeavor for so long, it's like it's worn you out. Maybe even physically for some of you. If it's a physical kind of job, you may feel like worn out physically by a career that you've chosen. Some of you may also feel like maybe you've dealt with the harsh realities of life too much, and that you haven't donated enough time to fantasy, imagination, creativity, fantasy. You may be pulled more towards expanding your mind in that way, reading books that are, what's coming to mind. I'm not saying this is what you're going to read, but you may be drawn towards reading the Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter books, or, I don't know what. There's many, many, many fantasy books out there, or creativity, like painting, sculpting, or anything that you can create with your hands that has a fantasy to it, or works your imagination. My guides are also telling me that you are going to use your imagination and your creativity skills in something that you're doing in your work, or in some area of your life. You will be utilizing your inspiration, your creativity, your imagination. Even if your job feels like kind of not in those realms and more structured, you're still going to be utilizing that in your work. Now, the next card you have in your reading is the Six of Swords, and this is moving. It's moving from troubled shores to better shores. This could also indicate long-distance travel. This could be moving. It could also be a new commute for work, or going somewhere and checking out an area that maybe you're going to think of moving to. Some of you have to move your office. Maybe you're going to start working from home. Or if you were working from home, maybe you now are going back to the main office and you're not going to work from home anymore. Or you are moving maybe the company you work for is saying, hey, we're moving you from this location to this other location over here. You may feel like you're tired of rhetoric. You may feel like there has been too many people standing in your way. Now, this could be in your family. This could be at your job. Or in some club, group, or organization you belong to. You just could even be in the outside world. You may feel like there's been too many blocks, too many impediments on your movements, too many rules and regulations and laws standing in your way. But for some of you, you may feel like this has been happening at your job. Some of you are going to get invested in some kind of new education or new training program. I see some of you talking to higher ups in either a company or a business or in some kind of training or education program. And I get that it's going to fill some kind of void or some gap or hole in what you already know how to do. So for some of you, this could be an upgrade of training you're going to take that's still in the field that you're working in, but there was some kind of gap or hole that where you didn't have some kind of knowledge or skill that was necessary or would be helpful for you in your work that maybe the company themselves are going to pay for you to do. Because I get some of you talking to higher ups within a company you work for and saying, you know, I'd like to get this additional training because I feel like it would help me in my job and the company will pay for it. Or maybe it's the company's idea that feels like, look, we like you and you're doing good work, but there's an area that you don't have enough expertise in. So we're going to pay you to go learn how to do this. And my guides use the analogy of filling a skillet. They showed me an empty skillet, like pan, but they called it a skillet, like filling an empty skillet. That's what is going to happen here for some of you Virgos. Some of you are going to spread your wings and do some kind of either self-promotion or promoting your business. So if you're in a position where you could do self-promote your work, like maybe you have a YouTube channel, you know, maybe you're on YouTube. Maybe you own your own business in some way. You may spread your wings with promotion, putting the word out there about what you do and what your business does. It comes up here for some of you as self-promotion. If you have a business, you could be promoting your business, your products, your services. Some of you are also spreading your wings of venturing out and looking for a place to live. Maybe outside of where you live now, like not right in your local area. You may be spreading your wings outside of the area. So the fourth card you have in your reading for September, Virgo, is the Four of Pentacles. And this is the Miser card. This is holding on protectively to things of value. It could be money. It could be other things of value. It could also even be holding on protectively to your emotions. This could also indicate financial success coming in your future. I feel like you're really focused on stabilizing. Remember earlier I said building a foundation. You may feel like your career that you're pursuing or that you're in is wonky or wobbly or not as stable enough of a foundation. I get you want to build a stable foundation with your money. You may be really cranking up more products and services to sell on your website, or cranking up more studying knowledge and information because you're going to crank it up with your business. Like you're going to start, you know, producing more things. It's going to open up more doorways for you with your business or your career. And you're going to be really, really paying attention to what's the competition doing? How are they doing? How successful are they? What are they offering? What are people liking that they do? You know, you're going to be paying attention to that. I feel like you're also going to be very protective of your knowledge. Some of you may feel like, I don't want everybody to know what I know how to do. Especially if you work in a competitive field or in a competitive office or business or situation, you may feel like, I don't want my coworkers to know the contacts I have or the networking, the people I've met through networking, or I don't want them to know how I can streamline this and get through A to B to C so easily when they're not having it as easy of a time of it. So you may be very protective of your methods, your techniques, your knowledge, the people you've networked with. I see you being very protective over that. I also feel you're going to be protective of yourself if you catch any hint of scandal. You are going to stay away from scandal like a plague. So, and I'm going to say something weird right here. This applies to somebody in the public. That's in politics. So look for Virgos. Look for Virgos to be trying to stay out of it. If some politics in your government where you live, could be local, could be government, more federal or more, there's going to be Virgos that are going to be trying to say, I wasn't involved in that, I didn't know about it, and staying out of it. That's coming up here strongly. So the last card you have in your reading, Virgo, for September 2022 is the Five of Cups. And this is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost because there are still two cups upright that have not overturned. So it's not a hopeless situation. But you could be feeling some kind of sadness, loss, or regret here. And also those cups that have spilled over with the wine could indicate a problem with drinking. You could have a problem with alcohol, or someone you're connected to could have that problem. Not always, but sometimes it can indicate drinking. Some of you may feel down in the dumps and a little bit disappointed about how something turned out in a love relationship for you in the past, or could be something going on right now. You maybe hid things from them and kept things from them that maybe you shouldn't have. Could have been about your health, could have been about your friends, could have been about money you make or money you spent. Some of you are upset that you spent so much money. You may feel like you are too much in debt. Some of you have regrets about money you spent and now you are too far in debt. You may be dealing with some kind of emotional crisis that you're not sure how you're dealing with it, because it could be coming through pressure from your family. I do feel that some of you Virgos kept some things secret or hidden that maybe you feel like now it's coming out and you feel like you shouldn't have. I kind of got that feeling for some of you with the Four of Pentacles. I'm getting it here in the Five of Cups. You may be shredded or tore up documents that you shouldn't have. There's some Virgo that's destroyed evidence of something. Again, this could be somebody important out in the world. Some of you may also feel like you put too many irons in the fire and you couldn't contend to all of them, because I'm seeing a fire burning outside, and you know what a poker looks like for a fire, like when you have a fire in the fireplace and you poke the logs to get the blaze going up. I'm seeing 5 pokers in the fire. That's too many. And you may have put these irons in the fire and you can't handle it. So it could be you tried to make too many business contacts or tried to handle too much business and you can't handle all this business. It's too much business. Or you tried to date too many people at once and you can't juggle all these people. It's like starting to be a comedy of errors. You can't handle all these people. Or you made promises to too many people and you can't keep all of these promises that you made. Or, you know, you took on too many clients and customers and now you can't fulfill the orders. You can't fulfill the orders with your products and services. I don't know what it's going to be, but I get too many irons in the fire also comes up here, and you may have regrets about that. You have a very unusual month here because at the beginning, I feel like, you know, your creativity's up. You're getting some blessings here. You may move. I feel like you've got some good things happening here, but your Four of Pentacles and your Five of Cups are sort of like a cloud over this. Doesn't mean this stuff is going to stick. Remember that all the world is a stage, and you're an actor in a play. When you cross over to the other side, this stuff isn't going to matter anymore. There'll be your energy will continue on and you will do something else. So try not to get too wrapped up when things make you feel down. This too shall pass, right? So don't get too worked up when cards come up that, you know, I see it in the comments where people are like, you know, this is the worst or you're a negative reader. But I'm going to tell you, life is full of good and bad. Your reading was full of good and some not so good. Life is that way. If I were to sit here and tell you every happy, rosy thing that was going to go on, some months there isn't anything great that happens. Some months you have up and down months. It's not going to be all roses here. So you have to roll with the punches and just keep in mind what I said. Now, the best gemstone crystal for you to work with, use, and wear for the month of September 2022 that I got for you from my Velvet Bag of Gems is Bloodstone. And Bloodstone is a good grounding and purifying stone. It has good purifying properties. It wards off negative energy, and it's a protective stone. It strengthens your immune system and invigorates blood and energizes life. It's also a good gemstone crystal when you're dealing with money situations. If you have any legal settlements coming up, lawsuits, divorces, dealing with settling any estates, if you're dealing with any kind of investments, or you're worried about your money getting, you know, stolen by somebody, wear Bloodstone. Carry Bloodstone to any important meetings involving money and, you know, dealing with accountants, lawyers, and things of that nature. It's going to help you with discernment of separating, what do they call it, the wheat from the shaft. You're going to be able to separate the unwanted and unnecessary and the important and necessary. You're going to be able to see it clearly. I do feel like it is going to reinvigorate you and energize your blood and help your immune system, just like the card says. I do feel it will do that for you. Like, I get your blood speeding up. I feel like you're going to have like your metabolism speeding up, your blood rushing through your veins more. I feel like you're going to be more energized and invigorated if you work with and wear this stone. It's going to help you control your emotions also. So like if September feels like an erratic month for you, very up and down, and some extreme emotions that could like get driven up with you, especially towards the 24th of September on, from the 24th on. This stone is going to help you with that. So it's going to help you, like, calm you, feel more balanced. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you enjoyed it. And please subscribe if you would like to see more content like this and to help my channel grow. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I use a variety of divination tools focusing on very specific topics, you can get my most recently recorded videos by clicking on the links down below this video in the description box in the Show More section. And there's many links down there, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page on my menu, and you can scroll down that page. You can see all the video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and then you just click on the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series I've recorded, of course, are my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for September 2022, where when I stop the video, I then go on and look into the crystal and give you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this month of September. You can also get August video. That link will be down below as well, because timing is different for everyone. And so just because it was August videos, you may be experiencing it later. You may be experienced by August predictions in September or October, or even a year from now. So if you didn't get that, you could check that out. My Horseshoe Tarot Spread Psychic Tarot reading for the year of 2022-2023, which goes from August of 2022 through until the end of August of 2023. There are, how many cards? 7 cards in those videos, and very detailed. They're kind of long. So if you want to see what I got for you there, that's actually one of the most popular video series I record. People don't request it. It's not a highly requested video series, but it's a very popular purchased series. My mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2022 is also available. And my psychic crystal readings that I talked about for September, and also you could check out August. My career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings, those predictions are for 12 to 18 months, and they started in April of 2022, and they go all the way through until the end of October of 2023. So if you want to see what's going on with your career and your finance area, you might want to check that out. My What's Lucky and New for You in 2022 Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings. We're still got a lot of time left in 2022, so your luck hasn't run out yet. So if you want to see what was lucky and new for you, you could look into those videos. And my mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2022 is also available. My Saturn in Aquarius Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings, they started in December of 2020. These predictions start from December of 2020 and go through until the end of March of 2023. Saturn usually spends about 2.5 years in each sign. My full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, May 2022, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. Those predictions, you're still being affected by that eclipse. Those effects are not over yet. And also my solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. Those effects, those effects of those eclipses, they last 6 months. So those 2 eclipse video series, you are still being affected by that lunar eclipse in Scorpio in May and the solar eclipse in Taurus in April. I use the same format for each. I highly recommend in these videos, if you can watch your rising sign as well as your sun sign, to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you. And many people find these eclipse readings are accurate for them. And if you think these eclipses are not affecting you, you're wrong. They completely are. So you might want to look into those videos. Also, if you would like to donate to my channel and help support the work that I do here with my psychic readings on YouTube, there's a donation link down below underneath all the video series I've talked about, and that link is connected to PayPal. And thank you so very much to those of you who have donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help me a lot. I do greatly appreciate it. So a big thank you to those of you who have donated. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here in a video on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram, and also on the community pages that are here on YouTube. I usually write these predictions out in about 5 paragraphs. I usually pull a tarot card, sometimes an oracle card, occasionally my crystal. I'll write these predictions down, and many people find that these predictions, maybe the whole entire reading makes sense to them, or parts of messages and predictions throughout will make sense to them. So I highly recommend you check those out, and I would love to see you over there on my social media pages. And as I've said before, I'm going to say it here again, make sure you are following the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. Sometimes they put a little dot after the underscore and it fakes people out. I am not contacting anybody on social media soliciting them for readings. I work from a very long wait list and a very long cancellations list. If you want those details, please go to my website at The Lucky Mermaid LLC. I'm sorry, theluckymermaid.com, and go to the scheduling page. You can read all about how to get on the cancellations list. The wait list I closed in 2018 because I had too many people on it. I'm still adding people to the cancellations list. I can only do a few private readings a month. I used to do 3 readings a day, 5 days a week, a couple weeks out of each month. I can no longer do that anymore for a variety of reasons. So if you want to get on the cancellations list, you can look at how to do that. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a long, long wait. I don't want people to think they're going to get on it and you're going to hear from me in a month. It's not going to happen that way. So, but please do not fall for anybody soliciting you for readings on social media. I don't have WhatsApp. People are even doing it in the comments section in the YouTube videos where they're trying to act like they're me. I've had to report this. Please know I'm not contacting you. If you get something from me, it's only if you're on my wait list or cancellations list. Otherwise, it's a fake. And do not give them money. I have seen people do that where they've paid and not gotten anything. It is a scam. Please don't fall for it. So I hope you have an absolutely spectacular September, all the signs of the zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.